How soon is it going to be before you're done? Because on several occasions, it's almost like you're alluding to you only have but so many fights left. You're looking to walk away from the game.
Will Tank Davis make the necessary adjustments to defeat Lamont Roach in the rematch? Or is this a case of a fighter having another fighter's number? We can go back in the history of boxing.
This brother Lamont Roach can fight. And he's beautiful defensively as well. And seemed completely unfazed and undeterred by Tank Davis.
Stephen A. Smith is calling on Gervonta Davis to retire, warning that a rematch with Lamont Roach could be risky. Although Davis has previously suggested he might step away from boxing, he hasn't made it official. Smith argues that now is the right time, urging Davis to safeguard both his legacy and his long-term health.
You only have but so many fights left. You're looking to walk away from the game. How close are you to that, being undefeated and unblemished with some big fights out there for you to get?
It's close for sure. It just I don't know. It's a little draining. I just want to step back for a little bit and just focus on me personally. You know, I feel like I've been doing this for some time now, and I just want to give myself a break and focus on just me as a human being, me as a father, me as a son, and things like that, and that nature.
Stephen A. Smith noted that Gervonta Davis is pursuing a rematch with Lamont Roach to prove himself and quiet the critics following their first encounter. While retirement remains an option, Davis's decision to run it back with Roach underscores his commitment to preserving his legacy. He's clearly focused on erasing any doubts from their previous bout and is determined to settle unfinished business in the ring.
Undefeated who gets in a fight like that finds himself with a majority draw with people questioning whether or not he legitimately won. It's usually the promoters and the audience that's calling for a rematch. Gervonta Davis, who had been alluding to retirement, immediately said, let's do it again. Let's get it going. No problem at all. I give him credit for that, because guess what? I wanted to see Gervonta Davis versus Shakur Stevenson. I wanted to see him against Vitaly Lomachenko. I wanted to see him against Ryan Garcia in a rematch. I wanted to see him against Teofimo Lopez. Ladies and gentlemen, none of them deserved a shot ahead of a rematch for Lamont Roach. None of them. And check out Lamont Roach's tweets. I don't know. He said, F you mean pushing my contract already signed and set for the immediate rematch, because you put that in there just in case you lost. Only reason we don't fight is because you scared. Gervonta Davis comes back 2 hours later and say no more. I'm pushing for the rematch. This is what we love when it comes to boxing. This is what we love to see.
The buzz surrounding the anticipated rematch between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach has ignited excitement among boxing fans around the globe. Potentially set for August, the fight is already shaping up to be one of the year's most talked about events. Their first clash left more questions than answers, and now the anticipation is building to see how things will play out in the ring this time. Social media, sports shows, and fan forums are buzzing with predictions, debates, and passionate takes, making this rematch a must-watch showdown.
What's good, YouTubers and YouTubettes? This is JB Sports, back again with another one. We got a date that Tank Davis and Lamont Roach will be fighting on. We don't have a venue, we don't have a location, but I do have a date. The fight is now being penciled in to take place on August 16th. So as we know, the original date was supposed to be July the 19th. I think the day before that, man, that's not even the original date. That's probably the second to the original date. I think the original date actually was supposed to be maybe in May. Then it got pushed back to, I don't know, man. Whatever the case is, man, this fight has been rumored to take place on 2 previous dates, but now it's being penciled in to take place on August 16th. that's going down in the summer of 2025. Tank Davis will be looking to get the win over Lamont Roach. Unlike the first fight, which I thought he lost.
Stephen A. Smith, never one to mince words, had high praise for Lamont Roach's performance in his first bout against Gervonta Davis. He commended Roach's remarkable focus and composure, noting that he accomplished something no fighter had done before, forcing Davis to take a knee. That pivotal moment, according to Smith, reshaped how fans and analysts perceive Roach. He emphasized how impressive it was to see a fighter, once underestimated, step up with such confidence and make a bold statement against a dominant force, like Tank Roy Jones Jr.
What I didn't know is that once Lamont Roach stepped into the ring, he would be the bigger fighter. What I didn't know is that once he was in the ring and he looked like the bigger fighter, he fought like the bigger fighter because, ladies and gentlemen, from opening bell, he walked right to Gervonta Davis. Walked right to him and stayed in his face all night long. If he backed up at all, ladies and gentlemen, it was 5% of the time. The other 95% of the time, he walked right to Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis caught him with some good shots. He took it and then gave it back. Body punches, counter punches, left hook, straight rights. This brother Lamont Roach can fight. And he's beautiful defensively as well. And seemed completely unfazed and undeterred by Tank Davis, a knockout artist.
Widely regarded as one of boxing's sharpest minds, weighed in on Lamont Roach's growth as a fighter. According to Jones, Roach has always had the talent. It's just that the spotlight hadn't found him yet. A longtime observer of Roach's career, Jones said the performance against Gervonta Davis wasn't a surprise to him, but rather a reminder of what he's known all along. Roach deserves to be mentioned among the sport's elite. He warned those, dismissing Roach's success as a one-off, emphasizing that his technical skill, timing, and ring IQ are top tier, and that his fight with Tank only cemented that fact.